Should you go talk to your manager? For me, it would be going and talking to my dean or the university president. For you, I'm a professor. For you, it's going to be talking to either your direct report or maybe the CEO of the company that you're part of. And my answer to that has changed over the years. My answer in terms of should you actually go talk to your manager is almost uniformly yes at this moment. Is if you're having a moment where you're thinking that you're uncertain, that you don't know what to do, I think you should actually go and talk to advice. Get some advice from somebody that has been in the corporation, been in the organization a little longer than you have, or that has power. Usually this means if you're kind of hesitant and you don't know what to do, usually means that you actually have some good insight and you need some advice. Now, who is that person that you should go talk to? I think that's the more important thing, is thinking about what particular person. It might not necessarily be the manager that you're thinking of. It might not be the direct or the report that you're thinking of, but it might be somebody else that you can trust, or is that a confidant? Maybe it's somebody that is informally more knowledgeable than you within the organization that you're part of. But you want to sort of think about, I have this particular problem. Who can I go confide in? Who can I go talk to that can get some good advice? And it might not necessarily even be somebody within your organization. It might be a mentor, for example. Particularly if you are at senior levels in an organization, you just don't really have a lot of people that you can go talk to. So I would highly recommend at any moment that you kind of have that feeling, just go talk, go see what's going on. And here's what I've realized. If they have a negative reaction to some concern that you actually have, it's actually a problem that's on them and not necessarily on you. That's something that they're trying to process and think through. And it took me a long time to think about that. You know, you're just, as long as you're doing it in a very curious way and it's not filled with a bunch of hatred and sort of emotion and all of that negative stuff, if you're actually going about of just natural curiosity of thinking about something, that's all you really have to do. You don't have to be really, angry or anything like that. Just go through thinking about it in terms of curiosity, of thinking of, hey, why is this happening in this particular way? Or I have this question of how this actually works. Can you help me out? Honestly, if you just approach it with curiosity, if you think about it as like a problem to be solved that is not necessarily all that scary, then you're likely to approach that particular person. Now, you might be thinking, well, I'm too nervous. I can't do any of that kind of stuff. I'm going to tell you this right now. We're all really nervous. We all don't know what to do. I feel like a complete idiot all the time. I don't know if you know that, but, I just don't know what I'm doing. And I've been doing, I'm probably getting a little older than you, and I just don't know what to do most of the time. And when I was younger, I used to feel a lot more afraid to speak up. I was very introverted. If you're watching this, you're likely very introverted as well, because you don't have that sort of, or you overthink things, you're sort of ruminating on things, and it's far better just to get some feedback from somebody that you can trust and get some insight than it is of just sitting there dwelling on it. And besides, it's a lot more fun, right? Like, life is a lot more fun. And so, if you go and talk to somebody and you don't have a very good reaction from that, don't go talk to them again. Find another person that you can confide in and really get that insight where you're looking for what to do. A lot of things in life, there's not really a right answer. There's often multiple answers that are equally just as good, and you just kind of go with it and you see what happens. And sometimes you just need somebody to say, just go with it. It's no biggie. Just pick one, or I would do this because of this, and it's usually pretty arbitrary, but just going with it kind of helps you out. The other thing that you might want to do is just document as much as you possibly can of what you're trying to do, to think about this decision. And that helps out just by thinking about what you should do, how you should handle this, and then go through about of doing it and writing it down. That helps so much, and that's going to help you resolve some of these things. So I would even, for you, if you're afraid to go talk to your boss, or your manager, just write down what would happen if it goes positively. Write down what that response is. It usually will be really easy. And if it's a negative response, what do you do? Right? Actually write that down. Think that through in terms of what's going to go on. And that's going to give you a lot of signals of how to handle life. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day.